responsibility to protect our environmental and public health, it's up to state and local leaders to pick up the mantle to fight climate change and improve our air quality. School busing is the largest form of mass transit in the United States. And in New York, more than 2 million children ride the bus to school every day.
2 million!
2 million children. Diesel engines are a major source of fine particle pollution and NOx emissions. The exhaust from diesel is especially harmful to the developing lungs and respiratory systems of children, increasing their chances of asthma, COPD, cancer, hypertension, and other dangerous diseases. Almost 200,000 children suffer from asthma in New York. We already know how much havoc this illness can cause. Thousands of children are hospitalized due to complications from asthma every year, and sometimes they need a daily regimen of expensive medication, including inhalers, steroids, decongestants, muscle relaxants, nasal sprays, and nebulizers. Asthma-related illnesses are the leading cause of absenteeism in New York. Children with asthma miss up to 30 days of school every year. Missing school due to asthma-related illnesses can have negative academic consequences for students and economic impacts on parents who might need to miss work to bring their child to the hospital. Buying expensive medication also has negative economic impacts on families who have to choose between putting food on their table or protecting their child's health. Unfortunately, some communities experience the effects more than others. Poor air quality impacts low-income communities and communities of color at far higher rates. There are higher rates for hospitalizations for respiratory disease among communities near large pollution centers. In some environmental justice communities, including right here in portions of Brooklyn and the Bronx, 1 in 4 children suffer from asthma compared to 1 in 10 statewide. This is unacceptable and we must do better. That's why we joined the Clean Buses for Healthy Ninos campaign to urge our state to switch from diesel to electric school buses. With me in this backpack are nearly 6,000 signatures from New Yorkers who signed the petition calling for this switch. We're here today with 2 demands. 1, we're urging Governor Cuomo and leaders at the DEC to prioritize the state's $127 million Volkswagen settlement to invest in electric school buses. And 2, to distribute those funds equitably to communities across the state who have long been overburdened by poor air quality. We're here today to deliver these petition signatures to Governor Cuomo's office. Transitioning electric school buses would improve air quality, bolster the fight against climate change, and protect the lungs of millions of kids who ride the bus every day. Focusing on environmental justice communities can bring academic, health, and economic benefits to the neighborhoods who have long borne the burden of poor environmental practices. Today, we stand together to say our children deserve better, and we will not stand to continually ship our children to school in toxic conditions.
No way!
The stakes are high, and everyone must do their part together to protect the environment and public health. In New York City, our partners have identified an innovative path forward for piloting electric school buses, which they will detail shortly. But now I'd like to welcome Matt Casal from the U.S. PERC.
Thank you. Like Adriana said, my name is Matt Casal. I'm with U.S. PERC. We are a national research and advocacy group that works to protect the public health, safety, and our citizens' right to fully participate in a democracy. Our organization, we often say that in society there are more problems than we're dealing with, but there are also more solutions than we're putting into place. And I think school buses is a particularly good example of that. Across the nation, 95% of our school buses run on diesel. But we know that whether they're on the bus, they're boarding the bus, or they're at school and they're idling buses, kids are exposed to high concentration of toxic fumes from those diesel buses. We know, as Adriana talked a lot about in a great amount of detail, the respiratory and health concerns associated with diesel fumes. And we know that these buses are making our kids sick. But there is a solution, a really good solution: electric buses. They're here, they're cleaner, they're healthier, and in the long term, they're actually cheaper to run than their diesel counterparts. We have the technology, so why wouldn't we use it? Volkswagen settlement presents a really good opportunity for states like New York to put a down payment on the transition to school buses and get on that path to 100% all electric school buses. They're so much healthier for our kids. We shouldn't be putting them on these buses that are making them sick any longer. Not now that we have an alternative solution. And so I'm here to join the call to ask Governor Cuomo to put this money towards the purchase of all electric school buses and get New York on the path to 100% transition. I can't wait until we're all here on the day to celebrate the day where the last diesel bus in New York City is retired. So that's going to be a great day, and that's going to be a day where we can celebrate cleaner air and healthier kids. Thank you.
Next, I want to call up Tevin Grant, parent and electric school bus advocate.
Hi, my name is Tevin Grant. I'm from the Electric School Bus Campaign. I'd like to thank my kids and my wife for supporting me and this initiative. It is because of my daughter why I'm actually in this campaign. I went to a school play with her, and I came out and I saw the legion of dirty school buses idling, and you could smell the fume. And at that moment, I decided that I had to take action and help bring about change for electric school buses in New York City. We have a great opportunity for New York to be a leader in this issue. New York has been a leader in environmental issues in the past, and as the #1 market for electric school buses, with over 50,000 school buses in New York City, more than twice of any other state except for Texas, we should really take the lead on this issue. There's no reason why New York should not. We have the leading maker of electric school buses right here in New York. And right now, all of these school buses are being shipped to California, and I say shame on us. There's no reason why we shouldn't be purchasing these school buses, supporting business in this state, and supporting our kids in the state. Asthma and other illnesses cost us billions of dollars in healthcare every year. The Department of Education spends over $1 billion to poison our kids by contracting for diesel school buses. These school buses, this money should be sent to help transition along with the VW funds that Governor Cuomo has to help bring about this transition. We can act, we should act, and we must act. This is an election year. We must bring it to our local officials, our state officials, and make sure that they hear our voices. It is now time to be active and let your voices be heard. Let's protect the kids and protect our future. Greenhouse gases cost us billions of dollars a year. Hurricane Sandy cost New York City $62 billion. The money is already being spent. People always ask, what is the cost? We're paying the cost by not acting today. Our kids are being sick. We're spending money to support people who are killing us and spending money on diesel fuel and these school buses, which can only get cleaner, but the only clean solution is electric. That's the only zero pollution solution. So let's do this. Talk to Governor Cuomo, make this happen. We have the money, we have the resources, we can do this. Thank you.
Next, we're going to hear from Matt Berlin from Ice Skate Group.
Hi, I'm Matt Berlin. I used to be in charge of the school buses for New York City, and I left that job, and I'm now working with a coalition of labor unions, with the League of Conservation Voters, with NYPIRG, the Electric Bus Campaign, and with others for an innovative solution around these electric buses, which is to start a cooperative owned by the workers and owned by the families who ride the buses, so that this investment of the VW funds, so we can move forward electric school busing in New York City, is not invested in private companies, the companies that Tevin talks about, the companies that have been putting all this diesel fumes in the air, but rather investing in worker-owned companies that will own these school buses and keep this investment in the public sector in the future. So we encourage the governor not only to invest some of the VW money in electric buses, but to invest that in companies that are owned by workers and communities and not just private companies. Thank you.
I want to say thank you so much to our partners and supporters here for joining us. Again, we are here to drop these petition signatures to Governor Cuomo's office. We are urging him to prioritize the Volkswagen settlement money for electric school buses and to distribute that money equitably to environmental justice communities around the state. I wanted to thank you again all for being here, and the time is now for a clean ride for kids. Clean ride for kids! Clean ride for kids! Clean ride!
Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, like and share to help our channel grow. And below you'll find links to our website, evolv-electric.org, our Twitter and Instagram